A Cards with Michael production.
What's up, YouTube? Cards with Michael. We have another opening, a Modern Horizons booster box, this time for Scott K. Let's get straight to it. So Modern Horizons, this set, we know that Modern Horizons 2 is coming out kind of in the summer set of 2021. And it's going to have fetch lands. So very exciting time. And it kind of makes sense that Modern Horizons would be the set. Oh man, I should have got this better. Would be the set that has fetch lands, right? Given that, you know, they are a modern staple. But it is kind of wild that they've been, you know, still talking about reprinting fetch lands. They've kind of done it a couple times already. But you know, prices are still sticky. So let's get to it. Modern Horizons, of course, was a set that released and did not actually have too much supply at first initially. But through a couple of reprints, the supply of these has been good enough to meet the demand. And prices of Modern Horizon booster boxes currently we're in the 180 range after tax, after shipping, and all those goodies. I believe that is a very, very solid price. I hear a lot of people say, ooh, pack one, we have a Hexdrinker. Nice little mythic action. I do hear people tell me that that price should be lower. Should be going higher as you know, time passes. But I'm not sure. Like, I think there's a lot of supply of Modern Horizons. It's still one of the products that's somewhat available from distributors. And I think, you know, there's this weird sense where distributors don't really want to lower their prices, yet the demand isn't really there. Like, we don't see people clamoring over Modern Horizons all the time. I do think it is a solid set, but I think that for all those who are trying to invest in a product like this, you know, it might take a little bit of time before it fully appreciates. And you know what? That's not a bad thing. That's really not a bad thing. What that means is that I think that they've done a good job printing this set to meet demand. And I think initially, maybe that wasn't the case with this set. Feel free to share your stories of how scarce and scalped and you know, resold this product was, how insane it was to find cards. But nowadays, you know, it's not too hard to find a Modern Horizons booster box. I think, you know, if your store is selling it for, let's go up to like $200. You know, store's gonna make some money too, and including tax. I think that's pretty reasonable. I think you're hard pressed to find. I believe earlier this year, kind of in January 2020, I saw prices in the 160s and 150s. And if you have a really good relationship with your distributor, I think you can still find boxes at that price. Nurturing Peatland, nice little hit as well. And I do think that, you know, give it 3 years, give it 4 years, these boxes will definitely appreciate. But every single booster box of Magic the Gathering has been like that. So I wouldn't be surprised in those situations. It's more when people ask me, should I be buying Modern Horizons booster boxes as an investment to hold, or as like you know, a good way to make some passive income? I always hesitate because there are a lot of transactional costs to holding booster boxes and reselling booster boxes. And to be honest, to be fair, you know, you're not gonna be able to really net all of your gains after paying all those transactional costs. For example, to ship a booster box of Modern Horizons probably costed $10, $12 somewhere. Let's say that you bought in at 160 and the boxes are worth 180, right? Like, and that's not including any selling fees that you may incur. If you're selling on a platform, for example, eBay, TCG Player, I mean, those guys take their fees as well. So, you know, like, these boxes would have to appreciate to like $250 for you to really actually have an appreciation. And I'm talking about an appreciation that's beyond, you know, something like holding a 3% interest, like, you know, CD, or just putting your money in one of those high interest. I know that those are probably like a 1% nowadays, but it's just, there's a lot of better things you could be doing than holding Modern Horizons booster boxes. Oh, and also there's some risks involved. I know some of you guys can't be trusted with sealed product. I don't know who exactly I'm referring to, but you know who you are. Scrapyard Recombiner. All right. I've had some okay rares here and there. Nurturing Peatland was a good one. Hexdrinker was a good one. Modern Horizons, of course, does have a decent EV. It's not actually that bad. And it's one of the weird things about Magic where it really is this issue with there's no modern play. There's no modern paper play. If there was modern paper play, these would definitely go up a little. But until then, I feel pretty confident telling you guys that, you know, I don't see these going anywhere for a while. It would require some pretty big moves, I think, for these to go up. You know, that's not to say that there aren't players in the game who can do those big moves. I'm just saying unless those moves happen, we're not going to naturally get there, you know? We're not going to naturally increase our demand of Modern Horizons booster boxes to jump it to like the 250 range, which I think is kind of a reasonable place for these to be in a reasonable amount of time. Remember, these boxes are actually 36 booster packs. You just don't see that anymore with a lot of specialty products. Abomination of Treefolk. Oh yeah, speaking of snow permanents, looks like we'll be getting some more snow permanents in Kaldheim. And while that is a very cool thing, get it? Cool. It's also one of those things where, look, the value of Modern Horizons was partially due to the fact that each booster pack gives you a snow land. And when we have another standard set with snow lands, well, let's just put it this way. The supply of snow lands is about to increase a lot. All right, here we have a Kaya's Guile. Like, I would expect there to be snow lands in the draft booster packs and set booster packs of this product. Now, I'm not sure how they're going to go about it, especially for draft balances purposes. Will there be one in every single booster pack? Will there be one in like every other booster pack? Who knows? And of course, I'm not even sure snow is super confirmed in Kaldheim, but it would just make sense. It would just make sense to get that again. All right, here's our foil Goblin token, our art card, and another snow-covered land, our foil Igneous Elemental, and a Merit Lage's Slumber. All right. I believe a couple of the Talisman might be over $1, but the majority of cards in Modern Horizons, the value is in the rare and the mythic. Force of Negation, of course, is the rare that we're chasing, and the mythics, there's a plethora, Urza being one of them for sure. Now, another cool thing about this set was since there was never a collector oh! What is this? Oh my gosh, okay. Now, this is the chasiest of chasiest mythics, but the moment I opened this, I noticed that there was this weird issue here. Do you guys see what I'm talking about? Oh, this is straight up just damage. I'm so sorry, Scott. Look. It's kind of like a print thing, but okay. We'll go ahead and sleeve up this Renin 6. Now, this is the chase card. One of the cards that was, at first, I think it might have been a little overlooked, to be completely honest with you. But its price soon skyrocketed. I was at Grand Prix Seattle when Renin 6 went from a $25 buy list to a $45 buy list. And yep, I sold a lot of them because I didn't believe it at the time, even though I love Planeswalkers and I love, you know, these cheap Planeswalkers. This is the hit of the box, so I'm a little sorry about that little ding. This is still obviously a very, very sweet card. Second Mythic, very nice. Very, very nice. So yeah, like I was saying, the value is there in these boxes. People just aren't really buying them. People aren't really buying modern singles right now. Now is going to be one of those times where some people from like MTG Finance community are like, yeah, I bought like X amount of copies of Nurturing Peatland, or oh my goodness. This was another card I was going to talk about during this video. I'm so glad we hit it. This is a foil Seasoned Pyromancer. So one of the things I was getting to before we hit the Red and 6, wow, it's back to back, jeez, was the foils on this are actually really, really valuable because there's so few foil copies of the Modern Horizons exclusive cards. Oh, and a Silent Clearing, which of course is a playmat that we're using today. Seth McKinnon's beautiful rendition of Silent Clearing. All right, let's go ahead, put this Seasoned Pyromancer in a sleeve. I have no idea what the actual value of Seasoned Pyromancer is, but there is actually a foil multiplier. It's like at least 1x of the cards. With the normal version is $20. I would expect the Seasoned Pyromancer to be at least 40, and that's because there is no collector booster product for Modern Horizons. Now, Modern Horizons 2, will there be a collector booster product? I think we would be foolish to assume there isn't. Because collector booster products are such a high margin product. But it would be really nice if there wasn't, because then we can have, then we could feel real joy opening these booster packs and feeling that rush of adrenaline getting those foil mythics like we just did, right? Like that's a feeling that I don't really feel that way too much anymore when I'm opening booster packs, like draft booster packs. So that's just some feedback I have. Look, like I love opening collector boosters. They're very epic, but they've really, really neutered my excitement for draft booster boxes. And I find that draft booster boxes and soon set booster boxes, unless they really change how set booster boxes work in Kaldheim. Oh, Winona Nelson with this angel token. Beautiful. I feel like I'm going to feel the same way with the Kaldheim ones. All right, here we have an Archmage's Charm. That's a nice little rare. And, you know, as usual, let me know your guys' thoughts. You guys are always, I find what you guys say to be more profound, more thought through most of the time than what I say. A lot of things that I say, I'm just kind of rattling off as I'm opening booster packs. I'm like, you know, doing two things at once. So sometimes I'm not very coherent. Got a little spiteful sliver here. All right. And on to the next, and on to the next. Well, this box has been really sweet. I can't wait to look up some of these prices on Ren and 6 and Seasoned Pyromancer, especially Seasoned Pyromancer. I mean, this card, I think has been it's not overlooked. People know it's good. And getting a foil version, oh, it's so nice. I can't wait to show this video off to everyone. I hope that it's valuable. I've been hyping it up a lot. But if it's not, it should be. I mean, Seasoned Pyromancer is just it's probably one of the best cards in some of the decks that I've seen it being used in. Just because of that value of the card advantage and the fact that you can get little dudes and it gets a little ability when it's in your graveyard and it's instant speed ability. It's just, I don't know, it just feels so good. And, you know, don't underestimate the power of two little dorky 1/1 elementals. Sometimes they get the job done, you know? They get the job done. All right. On to the next pack. Now, we've only had 3 mythics, and I usually expect a little bit more than that. I think there's, on average, 4.5 mythics per box. So I'm hoping for some more spicy mythics. Of course, we have Hogaak, Arisen, Necropolis. Now, this card was a house. It was everywhere, literally everywhere, when it was still legal, before it was banned. It's one of those bans where a lot of people kind of just knew it was coming. And then people thought that Modern Horizons would not be worth too much money because it was the ban. You know, that wasn't the case. Tectonic Reformation, definitely one of the bulk rares of the set. I don't think anyone ever thought that it would be super good, although, you know, still playable. It's a rare for very powerful effect. All right, and we keep rolling. We keep rolling. Here we go. We have a bear token that's foil. All right, we've had good pulls from these. Oh, look, there's some more edge damage on these rares. I guess this is just a... it's just on the rare too. Like I can kind of wipe it down to get rid of it. Not really excited about that because it does seem like it is only impacting the rare print run. But hopefully we don't get any more of those and we still get the spicy mythics. All right, here we go. Token, Winds of Abandon, got a snow-covered mountain and a collected conjuring. I think the art by Steve Argyle here is beautiful. The card, we've seen more powerful cards. It's actually not that bad. You can cast a lot of, like, six converted mana cost worth of instants and sorceries, right? If you haven't read that card before. But, you know, who makes decks that kind of take advantage of that? I don't know. I really don't know. All right, here we go. Here's one of the cards we're looking for, Urza. And we get to Reap the Past. Darn. All right, on to the next pack. Here we go. We have our token, Echo of Aeons, and Island. What's next? Wow, another foil hit? Foil Hogaak Arisen Necropolis. Nah, I know this guy's banned in Modern, but he's really sweet, and you could play him in other formats, and I'm excited to see that. All right, here we go. Put that foil next to the foil season. Pyromancer and a Sunbaked Canyon. Of course, we have 3 of those Event Horizon lands, or sorry, Canopy Horizon lands. I've seen people on the finance community talk like kind of like 2 different paths about it. These lands are actually kind of at a low, like all-time low in terms of value, and there are people who swear by them. I see people buy. Oh my gosh, another Seasoned Pyromancer! What a spicy box! I'm so excited. All right, we'll put that right here. All of our mythics, well, I guess the Hexdrinker wasn't that good, but most of our mythics have been really spicy in this box. Gosh, I really, really hope Seasoned Pyromancer is worth some money. Oh, man. I should have looked at the prices before I opened this box, but I was really excited when I got the opportunity to do one of these. Modern Horizons is actually one of my favorite sets to open. Like I said, I was in Grand Prix Seattle, so I actually did draft it and played sealed, and I wasn't very good at the format, but now I just like looking at the cards and realizing, yeah, I got my butt roasted by a lot of these cards back in the day. Like this card, for example, Miss Syndicate Naga. Yeah, I did some work. That and the blue-black ninja, man, they're so powerful. I didn't realize how powerful they were until my opponents kept casting them on me. All right, I should actually sleeve up the Hogaak too, because it is actually a very, very nice little card. Once again, like I said, the foil multipliers on these cards is actually up there because there are no collector packs, so getting a foil is actually special. And, you know, it's kind of weird because, like, it's not like this set was that old. This set was from 2019. Kind of one of the last few sets before we had these collector boosters. Look at that. Silent Clearing by Seb McKinnon. Yes, and a Prismatic Vista. This is another one of the rare hits as well. Now, I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, I think that if we had just a little bit less collector boosters, like I used to swear by collector boosters, I'll be honest. But nowadays, I am thinking that it would be nice to kind of have a break from them. I would love to open draft boosters during a draft and actually be able to hit, like, you know, a valuable foil mythic, something like that. All right, here we go. Phantom Ninja foil and another mythic. Wow, this box keeps giving. This is a Therese Nielsen mythic with gorgeous art, just gorgeous. All right, and we keep going. The foil version of Echo of Aeons did like skyrocket when Therese was banned from, or not banned, but just her artwork was no longer supported by Wizards of the Coast. But I believe it's kind of peaked back down again. That's kind of reasonable, you know. It went up because there wasn't that much supply, and then everyone and their mom who knew the Echo of Aeons was up there started selling theirs, and then the people that were like, oh, we don't want to keep buying this, actually. We don't actually need a million copies of it. The news must have shocked people and then subsided. All right, here we go. Here we are. Our Birthing Bough is one of my favorite grindy cards to draft in Modern Horizons. And then we have our Waterlogged Grove. We have 4 of the 5. I don't know what these lands are called. Canopy lands, maybe? All right. On to the next. Here we go. Here we go. And a Cabal Therapist. I thought the card Cabal Therapist would actually be pretty good. I thought it would kind of, I thought it was like a really, really good card actually, but I was wrong. Mainly because you could sacrifice something else. I thought that made it pretty good, but nope, never really took off. Hey, we have a Sisei Weatherlight Captain. This card is very popular. People were playing it in the Honden deck. You can play it kind of in just like a 5-color random Planeswalker deck, which is kind of my style. We actually did at one point open a foil version of Sisei, and that's when I started realizing the foil multiplier for some of these cards is absolutely insane. And so that's why I'm really excited that we got that foil Seasoned Pyromancer. Ooh, skip the card here. Here we have a Goblin Engineer. All right. And some other commons and uncommons. And rounding out this box, what an epic box, guys. We'll do a quick review of all the contents, but this was definitely a spicy one. Definitely a spicy one. Here we go. And another mythic, Morophon the Boundless. I can't believe it. This box keeps giving and giving. Have you guys had a box like this before? Let me know in the comments. Share some of the cool pulls, the epic boxes. I know I've seen personally someone, actually I think there might be a video. It's like a foil Ren plus a Ren and 6, like non-foil. So we have some nuts boxes going out there. Maybe we, maybe it should be like a, guys, let's go buy and a Fiery Islet. Guys, we should buy these up, right? Let's just like round up the market, buy every single Modern Horizons booster box, increase your investments by a lot. All right, here we go. We have our token our basic land, and a Force of Despair. Actually, that's so interesting. That's our only force that we pulled in the entire box. All right. Let's do a quick review. All right. I believe we got one of each canopy land. It's actually pretty nice. All right, look at that. We did get one of every single one of these. That's so sweet. I'm so excited. That makes me really happy, actually. And, of course, we also got the Prismatic Vista. Very valuable little card. And a bunch of mythics and foils. All right, let's take a peek right here. Prismatic Vista. Nice little rare. One of the most valuable rares in this set. And we have a foil Hogaak. All right, then we have what? This is 6 mythics. I guess 4 to 5 is kind of the average. So getting a foil one just kind of didn't count, right? So foil Seasoned Pyromancer, Morophon the Boundless, Echo of Eons, Seasoned Pyromancer, Arisen 6, and a Hexdrinker. Guys, what an epic opening. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you like my content, give it a thumbs up. Another big thanks to Scott for sponsoring. Glad that you got the spice for you. And guys, I'll see you on the next one.